18 different theories about the mystery drones that are appearing along the East Coast from 18 different people, Michael Snyder reports. Why do drones keep invading U.S. airspace along the East Coast night after night? Many people have asked me about this, and honestly, I have not come to any definitive conclusions yet, but there are two things that appear to be quite clear. First of all, most of the drones that people are seeing are man-made drones. Secondly, the government seems to know a lot more about these drones than they are telling us. Hopefully, we'll get some solid answers soon, but for now, lots of strange theories are flying around. Personally, I think that there are elements of the truth in a number of these theories, while others are just wild speculation. And here I thought I would share a large number of these theories. You can see for yourselves and come to your own conclusions. The following are 18 different theories about the mystery drones that are appearing along the East Coast from 18 of November and from 18 different people. 1, Donald Trump. Our military knows and our president knows, and for some reason they want to keep people in suspense, he said during remarks at Mar-a-Lago on Monday. Something strange is going on, and for some reason they don't want to tell people, and they should, he said. 2, James Howard Kussler. The theory I lean towards is the notion that Joe Biden is desperately seeking some way to obstruct the fend off January 20th inauguration of Trump because, well, to put it bluntly, a whole lot of blobistas are worried that going to jail when the likes of Kash Patel, John Ratcliffe, Tulsi G, and Pam Bondi get their mitts on the levers of power and start opening up files, they've got 35 days to do something. Number 3, DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas said, in September of 2023, the Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, changed its rules so that drones could fly at night, Mayorkas said. And that may be one of the reasons why people now are seeing more drones than they did before, especially from dawn to dusk. Number 4, White House National Security Communications Advisor John Kirby said, we assess that the sightings to date include a combination of lawful commercial drones, hobbyist drones, and lawful enforcement drones, as well as manned fixed-wing aircraft, helicopters, and even stars that were mistakenly reported as drones. Number 5, Representative Chris Smith says the elusive maneuvering of these drones suggests a major military power sophistication that begs the question whether they have been deployed to test our defense capabilities, or worse, by violent dictatorships, perhaps maybe Russia or China or Iran or North Korea, Smith said. Number 6, Joseph McCallie said, I am much calmer than my wife, but as the days go on, I'm getting her perspective and getting more concerned. Like, if I step outside, am I breathing in something? Is something coming off of these things? Another conspiracy is that it's a kind of psyops, psychological operation event that we're getting subjected to. This is an experiment, and they are going to fly drones overhead and get people ready for a world where drones will always fly. It's just nonsense. Everything you think one has passed over, you turn around and see a new one hanging overhead. That is how it has been most nights. Number 7, Pentagon Press Secretary Major General Pat Ryder says, there are thousands of drones flown around the U.S. on a daily basis, so as a result, it's not that unusual to see drones in the sky, nor is it an indication of malicious activity or any public safety threat, he said, noting that the same applies to drones flown near military installations. Number 8, U.S. Senator Rick Scott says, the lack of transparency is exactly why Americans don't trust our federal government. Not to mention, if these are the same Chinese drones I fought to ban from our military, they're a national security threat. Number 9, John Ferguson, the CEO of Saxon Aerospace, said, my own guess is that these drones are not nefarious in intent. If they are, they are, but I doubt it. But if they are drones, the only reason why they would be flying that low is because they're trying to smell something on the ground, Ferguson said. He added that the drones could be searching for gas leaks or pockets of radiation. He also said he believes the drones were seeking something very important, quote unquote. Number 10, Officer Liu says the U.S. Nuclear Regulatory Commission, NRC, has confirmed that radioactive material was lost in transit earlier this month, heightening fears about public safety and sparking theories that mysterious drone activity in New Jersey. Officer Liu, the prominent political commentator, highlighted that NRC's event report during a review of regulatory alerts. While looking at the Nuclear Regulatory Commission alerts, I can confirm that there is radioactive material that has gone missing on December 2nd, 2024, out of New Jersey. This might be the reason for the drones, just speculating at this point, he wrote. Number 11, former CIA operatives Officer Laura Ballman said, now in terms of who is behind this, deducing the statements that have been made by John Kirby, who has said that these objects are not operating illegally, coupled with the several op-eds that have been out in the last 24 hours about the need to look at our detection systems, makes me think perhaps this is actually classified exercise to test either evasion technology or detection technology in urban areas, Ballman said. 12, Deputy Defense Secretary Sabrina Singh said, there is no Iranian ship off the coast of the United States, and there is no so-called mothership launching drones towards the United States. Number 13, Jason Sullivan said, one of the most critical clues lies in where these drones are coming from. Witnesses consistently report seeing the drones emerging from the Atlantic Ocean, flying inland and organized formations. If these drones are autonomous UAVs, they have finite battery life, meaning they cannot be flying across the ocean from distant foreign shores. Moreover, the Pentagon has explicitly denied the existence of an Iranian mothership or any foreign vessel operating off the Atlantic coast. This leaves only one plausible explanation. These drones are being launched from U.S. military ships positioned just off the coast. Number 14, Adam Kissinger says, drones exist, that this does not mean they're Iran, alien, or sniffing out nukes. Number 15, Cobus Stewart said, this is a psyops in and out. I have been tracking flights in and out of New York, New Jersey region while these drones were in the sky, and not a single airspace alert or diversion was issued for flights passing overhead. If the U.S. government suspected foreign-controlled, possibly hostile drones, they would have cleared the airspace in minutes, and military aircraft would have intercepted them. Number 16. Matthew Morello, the mayor of Washington Township, New Jersey, said, I'm not trying to stir anything up, but we all know if you just turn on the television that drones can be used in an aggressive fashion, Morello said. They can carry payloads, they can be used for all kinds of really aggressive type things. Number 17. Josh Rogan. If these really are Defense Department drones doing radiation sniffing for possible dirty bombs, one could understand why they would not want to admit that and panic people, but at this point the lack of disclosure is damaging public trust. Time to come clean. Number 18. Morgan Phillips of Fox News said the mysterious drone phenomenon centered in New Jersey has prompted government officials to issue fresh calls for expanded power as their counter-drone authorization is set to expire this week. The current drone countering authorities, authorized as part of the FAA Reauthorization Act of 2018, grant both the Department of Homeland Security, the DHS, and the Department of Justice, DOJ, authority to use advanced detection technologies to identify, track, and intercept drones that are not complying with the law. The 2018 measure exempts the agencies from other laws that prevent interference with aircraft and wiretapping without a warrant. It expires December 20th, and lawmakers must attach a last-minute extension to a stopgap spending bill to fund the government this week in order to prevent a lapse. This is by Michael Snyder on End of the American Dream. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. About the author, Michael Snyder's new book, Why, is available on paperback and for Kindle on Amazon. He's also written 8 other books available on Amazon, including Chaos, End Times, 7-Year Apocalypse, Lost Prophets of the Future of America, The Beginning of the End, and Living a Life That Really Matters. When you purchase any of Michael's books, you help to support the work that he's doing. You can also get his articles by email as soon as he publishes them by subscribing to his Substack newsletter. Michael has published thousands of articles on the Economic Collapse blog, End of the American Dream, and the most important news, and he always freely, happily allows others to republish those articles on their own websites. These are such troubled times and people need hope. John 3:16 tells us about the hope that God has given us through Jesus Christ. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life. If you have not already done so, we strongly urge you to invite Jesus Christ to be your Lord and Savior today. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support. Finally, support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.